today in this live stream, I'm gonna be playing with Zaydan. So, hope you guys enjoyed today's live stream. Guys, I'm gonna be playing with Zaydan with his mini games. He live streams like every.
My one of my
I'm gonna be playing with Zaydan today. So let's go. Yo, there's nobody in here. What the heck? It's 2:17, dude. Zaydan's supposed to be in here. Yo, chat. Today I'm playing. Yo, guys. Today we are live, back with another live stream. We are gonna be playing with Zaydan in this live stream. So I hope you guys enjoy it. But so far, he hasn't joined. It's really late. Yeah, I hate it when Zaydan. I can't, bro. Yeah, he was earlier, but I think his headset died. Yo, chat, what's up? I'm gonna be playing with Zaydan. Yo, add Galactic to the call. He's playing VRFS right now. Dude, why is his sister always on his headset, bro? Why Galactic? Like, why does he not be playing his headset anymore, bro? The last time he played his headset was like July 17th. Yo, Galactic, what's up? Oh. Bro, he be grinding on Fortnite, jeez. Of course he's on Fortnite. Well, you can leave. If he doesn't want to play the headset, then you can just leave. After you do that, you can just leave the call. Dude, he didn't even do it yet. I said after she does it, he can just leave the call. Bro, whatever, bro. Dude, you heard her voice before? Bro, that's the first time. That's the first time I'm hearing. Her voice sounds like Gunner, bro. Her voice sounds like Gunner's, bro. You know Gunner, right? Wait, are you streaming on YouTube, bro? Yo, people can gift you subs. I can't use Twitch. People can gift you subs by streaming on Twitch, bro. Because I can't use like all those social media except for YouTube. That's the only social media I can use. YouTube is the only social media I can use. I can't use Instagram. I can't use. What do you mean? I can't use Twitch. I can't use TikTok. I can't use Instagram. I can't. For real. Like SML's on YouTube. I'm not even allowed to watch SML. Like I don't even think they have an Instagram page. Like I can't even use this. And like for real, I can't even use Discord. But you already know that I can't use Discord. I don't even know why. Like I don't even know why. She never told me why. She never ever told me why in her life. Yo, chat. Dude, nobody's watching. Yeah, it's just boring to It's just boring to watch this. Dude, I'm not watching the video. I got 0 people watching right now, bro. Ugh. There's zero people watching my stream. Dude, Zaydan is so late. Dude, I'm just gonna join back whenever he gets on, because I actually want to stream playing with him, bro. It's like 2:17. Dude, he might get on at like 2:30 or 3. Oh my gosh, dude. Yo, I'm lying down. Oh my gosh, let's just wait for Zaydan. But while we wait for Zaydan, we're gonna... Yeah, guys, while we wait for Zaydan to join our lobby... Dude, stop.
My girlfriend gave my dog away while I was visiting my parents for the weekend. I'd had Dexter for 6 years before I met Megan, and on our second date, I told her flat out, he's a package deal. She laughed and said she loved dogs. For a year, she scratched his ears on my couch, posed for photos with him, signed the birthday.
Dude, he doesn't... Yo, should I watch his stories compilations? Yo, I'm gonna watch his compilations videos. Where's his... I'm gonna watch his, June compilation. I'm stuck on his June compilation. With these admins.
My bones instantly bruised, and I winced in pain as Brad ruined the whole sandcastle. Then he stood over me and laughed. Your bones are more brittle than your castle. Now stay down, or I'll break them next. He walked off, while I sobbed with sand covering my mouth and nostrils. My body was so weak I could barely get up, but I was also so angry I cried. I marched towards the rocks and grabbed the biggest one. My arms struggled and everything hurt, but I carried the rock back. I dropped it and collapsed, thinking I would die. But then I saw Brad destroy another kid's sandcastle and got back up. I grabbed another rock, then
Yo, chat.
Soon I had a pile. I was exhausted and my arms were raw, but I began pressing another sandcastle around my rocks. The hot sand burned my blistered hands, but I kept going. When all the rocks were covered, I pushed myself up to admire my work. I stood exhausted as Brad came running again. He grinned and wound up his leg, launching it full force into my sandcastle. A loud crack echoed through the whole beach. He collapsed to the ground, his foot flopping around like the bones had been disconnected. Tears instantly started flowing from his face as he screamed, "My leg! My leg!" I slowly knelt down beside him and leaned in his ear. Turns out, it's your bones that are more brittle than my castle. I left the store carrying a 20-pound case of water, but our house was 3 miles away, and I didn't feel like carrying it. So I leaned down to my girlfriend's 10-year-old brother and ruffled his hair. Your sister said you're not strong enough to carry this home. Want to prove her wrong? He immediately clenched his jaw and snatched the water from my hands. I'll show her. The case immediately fell to the ground, but Gerald picked it up and placed it on his chest, leaning slightly back so he wouldn't fall. 1 mile in his arms were shaking and sweat fell from his forehead. Mile 2, I heard him breathing heavy, and he dropped the box, doubling over in exhaustion. I felt bad and went to pick it up, but he grabbed my wrist. I got this. I need to prove her wrong. I need my big sister to know I'm strong enough. Gerald grabbed the case with shaking hands and took an exhausted step forward. We made it home an hour later, and he finally dropped the case and collapsed at the door. His sister walked out, and Gerald smiled weakly. I did it. I carried it home. She looked at him confused, and that's when I crossed my arms. She never said you weren't strong enough, Gerald. I just didn't want to carry it myself, so I made up a lie knowing you.
Sean Walker.
Do it. You're so silly. Gerald's face fell, and he looked at me betrayed. I laughed and reached into my pocket. Here's $2 for your effort, but I didn't feel my wallet. I began panicking and grabbed my head, and that's when Gerald smiled from the ground. Looking for this? I picked it up after you dropped it on the way home. I was going to give it back, but now I think I'll take a cut. He pulled a 50 from my wallet and slipped it in his pocket. I should have just carried it home. I got banned from the McDonald's drive-thru for being too nice. I'm at McDonald's at 2 in the morning, not because I have my life life together, but because I was up gooning to productivity videos and realized I hadn't eaten anything except
Chat.
sadness and energy drinks for 12 hours, I pull up to
Today we are going to be watching the compilation of his story, the June compilation, so I hope you guys enjoy it.
speaker and a voice comes through sounding like it hasn't experienced joy in years. What you want? So I order the way my mom raised me. Good evening, ma'am. Could I please get a Big Mac meal with a Coke? Thank you so much. There was no response. I sat there so long I thought the speaker broke. Then she came back. Why you talking like that? You trying to play me right now? I told her I just said please and thank you. Ain't nobody come through here talking like that at 2 in the morning. You got me messed up. I could hear her pull the headset away and yell to the back. Yo, come listen to this dude. She came back on. My manager wanna holla at you. I could hear 3 or 4 people huddled around the speaker whispering. A new voice came through. So you the one out here disrespecting my staff? I told him I said please and thank you. Nah. The way you said it. All condescending like we beneath you or some. Sir, I just want a burger. And I just want customers who ain't playing games with that fake bougie voice. He told me to order normal. No fancy words. So I tried again. A Big Mac meal with a Coke. Aight, but watch yourself. I drove up to the window. The cashier slid it open and handed me my bag. Have a good night. I said, you too, thank you. From behind the counter I heard, oh nah, he said it again. The manager came flying around the corner. That's it, you banned. For what? Cause I said so. A cook in the back ripped off his apron and started climbing through the window. Let me outside. I gotta run my fade with him. 2 other workers grabbed him by the waist and pulled him back. Nah, chill, he ain't worth it, bruh. The teenager squeezed past all of them and handed me my drink. I'm really sorry about this, sir. This is really strange. The manager pushed him aside. Get out of here before I call the police on your goofy self. I pulled off, drove around the building, pulled right back up to the speaker, leaned in real close and whispered, thank you. I heard a scream from inside. That's him. Let's get him. The whole crew came bursting out the side door. I peeled out of the parking lot and went straight to Taco Bell. Me and my best friend Jacob were home alone playing Wii Sports when he said, did you know if you swing your controller really hard, your shot goes faster? I grinned and tensed my arm, then swung with all my power. The controller flew out of my hand and flew straight into the urn on the shelf. It smashed on the floor, its ashes going everywhere. Me and Jacob grabbed our heads in panic because that urn belonged to his dad's dog, Casper. Jacob knelt down and began scooping up the ashes. Crap, dude, crap. Dad still says goodnight to that urn every night. He planned to go scatter those ashes at Casper's favorite beach next Friday. We have to fix it. I paused the Wii Sports to help him, and just then, Casper's phone dinged. Be back in 10 minutes, kid. Can you make sure the candle by Casper's urn is still lit? My legs bucked, and Jacob said, I'll get the glue. He ran so fast to get it, he tripped and fell, and we scrambled to glue the urn back together. But the pieces were barely fitting and struggling to stay still, and I held the glued urn together while Jacob scooped the ashes into it. We placed the urn back on the shelf just as the front door opened. I could see the urn barely holding on, the cracks still visible, but Jacob's dad immediately narrowed his eyes at me. Why do you keep looking over at the shelf? I gulped, and my legs shook. No reason. His dad put down his keys and slowly walked over to the shelf, examining the urn. Did you touch it? Sweat dripped from my forehead as I replied, no sir. He placed one hand on it and closed his eyes, muttering something. My whole body froze watching him, but the urn stayed intact. He walked away from it, and I exhaled. I immediately announced, I gotta go, and started walking out. In disbelief I'd done it. But while walking by the shelf, a fly landed on my nose. I went to swat it, and my hand accidentally clipped the urn. I couldn't catch it fast enough, and it shattered right in front of Jacob's dad. The ashes landed at his feet. He just looked at me with a blank face and pointed at the door. You have 3 seconds to get out. I never visited Jacob's house again. Every winter, my dad used to take me ice fishing on the same frozen lake. He'd drill a hole near the edge and hoist his fishing rod, then ruffle my hair and say, don't ever drill your hole near the middle sun. That's how you fall in. I smiled and did like he said, only ever fishing near the edge. But then one summer, Dad simply vanished. I cried for months, and as the years went on, accepted I'd never see him again. But then 20 years later, my 8-year-old son wanted to go fishing. I looked at my dad's old rod I never threw out, and picked it up for the first time in 2 decades. I took my son to the same frozen lake and sat at the edge smiling because my best childhood memories were flooding back to me. I told my son, your granddad taught me to always drill at the edge, never the middle. I drilled into the ice, showing him how it's done just like my dad showed me. But the second I looked away, my son took off running towards the middle with the ice auger. He was going to drill a hole in the middle. My face dropped in panic as I heard my dad's words. Don't drill near the middle. That's how you fall in. I stood up to run to my son because I couldn't lose someone else, but that's when he suddenly stopped and pointed at the ice near the middle. Dad, I see something under the ice. My stomach sank, and when I went over, I saw the shape of a car underneath the ice. An arm was dangling through the open window.
Maverick. Yo, Maverick. Oh, it's Gunner. Yo, what's up? Yeah, I just started a new one. Yeah, I'm still streaming. I just started another one, like 15 minutes ago. I'm waiting for Zaydan to join. Huh? Yeah, he's gonna do a live today, but he's always late. I'm doing a live stream. I'm watching his story. Wait, play Sandbox? Who is Joshua? There's somebody in my stream that's called Joshua. I'm watching this, bro.
Window, and this terrible gut feeling washed over me. I immediately called police with shaking hands, all while my son kept asking what it was. The police towed the car up onto the ice, and I saw the body inside. I couldn't make out who, but I was sweating, and my legs were shaking. But my son just looked around with this curious, excited face, because nobody had told him anything. That's when the cop walked over with a grim expression. The body belongs to your dad's old co-worker. He went missing the same week your dad disappeared. My legs buckled, and I asked what this meant. The cop looked down and pulled out a sealed bag with a knife. We found a murder weapon in the car. Your dad's fingerprints were on it. I'm so sorry, but your dad killed this man. It's most likely why he disappeared. I looked at the cop, then at my son's smile vanishing as it hit him. His granddad was a murderer. My legs gave out, and I dropped to the ice. I finally understood why my dad told me to never drill near the middle. I was holding my mom's hand while she was receiving chemo, and I noticed her skin was turning green. Mom, why is your skin green? She smiled. It's okay. The doctor said it's the new medicine, but skin isn't supposed to turn green, and she was weaker than yesterday. Then the doctor walked in. I yelled, "Something's wrong. Stop giving her that medicine." But he just smiled, looking at her. "You're not a doctor, kid. She's doing wonderful." He left, and I had to figure out what was really going on before it was too late. So the next day, I peeked into the other rooms and stared in horror. All the doctor's patients were green and looked really sick. I saw the chief of the hospital walking by and tugged on his coat. "Everyone's turning green like Shrek. Something's really wrong." He laughed at me. "I don't have time for games, son. Go back to mommy." I felt hopeless because no one would help me. Then I got back to my mom's room and saw she was barely awake, her skin the darkest green yet. I was losing her. I had to do something, so I hid her pills when no one was looking. And by the next visit, her green had faded and she was sitting up, smiling at me. I knew the medicine was doing this, but I was confused. Why was the doctor handing out bad medicine to sick people? I needed to confront him myself, so I waited by her bed, knowing he'd be here any second. The door opened and I clenched my fists, but I saw something I didn't expect. His face, his hands, his whole body had turned bright green. I jumped up and pointed. "He's green like Shrek." His eyes went wide, and he started panicking. No, it's supposed to work." I was confused by what he meant, and he stumbled to an empty bed, shaking. The chief heard the commotion and walked in. "Why is your skin green?" Then he froze in the doorway of the ward and saw that every single patient was green, exactly like I told him. The doctor was rocking back and forth. I gave my medical drug experiment to all of them. The medical board rejected it, but I knew it was the cure to cancer, so I kept giving it to my patients. That's when I realized he was so obsessed with his medicine that he'd finally tested it on himself, even though he didn't have cancer. They took the doctor away as my mom reached for my hand. Her skin was pink again, and she smiled. "My little doctor." But I corrected her. "No, Mom, I'm your little lawyer because we're gonna sue this hospital for negligence, and we'll be so loaded we can get you the best treatment." Before I decided to take my own life, I wanted to make sure that it was actually what I wanted. So I found a man online who would bury me alive in his backyard for 30 minutes to see if I actually enjoyed it. He had me sign a handwritten waiver on a piece of note.
What's on your mind?
Nothing. Alright, the code is fiery.
Got it.
It's
I'm
spelled
here if
like
you need
this.
me later.
The code is fiery. It's spelled like this in lab, okay? You can join if you want to. But I'm just watching his story right now.
Book paper, pointed at a coffin that was already deep in the ground, and said, "Knock 3 times and I'll let you out." I nodded and climbed into the coffin. 30 minutes underground, and I would finally know the answer. The man closed the lid, and when I heard the first shovel of dirt hit the wood above my face, my whole body tensed up. I couldn't do it anymore. I wanted to live. Adrenaline filled my stomach and shot straight through my hands, pressing against the lid. Knock, knock, knock. But instead of letting me out, the man started laughing to himself. "Hell no, I'm not letting you out." That's when I finally realized how screwed I was. I had driven to a stranger's house, climbed into a coffin, and nobody knew where I was. I knew I only had 25 minutes until the oxygen ran out. The wood creaked under the weight of the dirt, and I made myself breathe slowly as I thought about all the people that might be sad that I was dead. The list was longer than I expected. 15 minutes left. I thought about my dog's face when I walked through the door, that joy that always made my day better. I wanted to be alive more than ever. I rubbed my hands together and pushed against the box as hard as I could. Boom! The lid flew open. I sat up so fast I headbutted him in the chin. I climbed out and stood in his backyard feeling more awake than I had in months. He rubbed his jaw and looked at me with the same flat expression he had worn the entire time. I knew you'd make it out by yourself. I just wanted you to be forced to think about how beautiful life is before you did. I drove home, fed my dog, and called my therapist for the first time in 4 months. My grandma called me at 6 in the morning to tell me she'd broken TikTok. She'd had the app for a week, only to watch my videos and tap the little heart, and she didn't even know how to post. So when she said her video had 300,000 views, I told her she was reading it wrong.
Sean Walker?
She wasn't. She'd leaned her phone against a bowl on the counter, hit record by accident, and filmed 40 seconds of herself fighting a batch of pierogi dough. "Stick to the counter one more time and I'll throw you in the damn trash," she told it. The comments lost their minds. "A grandma who cusses at her food is the content I needed," one wrote. And by that afternoon...
Yeah, I'm waiting for Zaydan to join the lobby. You can play Scared Baboon with me when... Oh, what game? Oh yeah, you were playing a game that started with B yesterday, I think. I think you told me about that game yesterday, I think. Right. Oh, Cloudy something? Alright, somebody just asked what the code in lab is for Scary Baboon. And I just told the code.
The video had 1 million views. I had no idea she was just getting warmed up. The next morning, a box from a knife company nobody ordered showed up on her porch, and her phone buzzed across the counter until she flipped it face down. She slid it over to me. "You do the computer part," so I did. A flower brand emailed first, and they wanted her bad, but the message asked her to please keep the language family friendly. I read it to her out loud. "Family friendly," she said. "I've been cussing since before their grandparents were born." Then she held out her hand. "Give me that phone." She typed her reply with 2 fingers and hit send. "You can kiss my butt. I don't tone down for nobody." Then she filmed the next video, dropped a whole pierogi on the floor, and said something I can't repeat. It hit 2 million by morning. The worse her mouth got, the bigger she got. 6 weeks in, the flower brand came back, and this time the contract was $10,000 for 3 videos. I read every line out loud at her kitchen table. The last one said she had to maintain her authentic voice, including her natural language. I looked up at "They're paying you to curse now." She didn't even blink. Took them long enough, so she signed it, looked dead into the camera for her first paid video, held up a bag of their flour, and said, "This is the only brand with the balls to let me talk like this." It's pinned to the top of her page. She still calls me at 6 in the morning, but now it's to ask if she's allowed to say the really bad ones on camera yet. I haven't told her no once. I was laid off without warning after 25 years and had to start working as an Uber driver, but when my teenage son saw me, his face went red with anger. "You can't drive Uber, Dad. Kids at school will see you and you'll embarrass me. I won't get invited to any parties." I was really hurt, but said nothing and just kept driving. One day an Uber order came in. I drove to the spot and a teenager got in with my son. I was happy to see him and said, "How are you, kiddo?" But he just stared at me blankly. "Do I know you?" He pulled up his hoodie and turned away from me, and I felt so heartbroken I just drove in silence the whole way. My son stepped out without a word, but his friend thanked me. The next morning, I tried to tell him how much that hurt me, but his phone dinged while I was talking. "Shut up, Dad. I just got invited to Rebecca's party. I gotta go buy a suit. We'll talk later." He rushed out the door before I could respond. That night, I was sitting in my Uber when I got an order. I drove to the pickup spot, and my son leaned in. "Oh my God, thank you so much, Dad. The party's starting, and there's literally no Ubers left. We've been trying for 30 minutes. Him and his 4 friends all crammed into the back seat and told me to go quickly. My car couldn't handle this many people, but I knew the party was important to him. I turned turned around to ask if he's excited for it, but he was already too distracted by his phone. I asked him one more time, and one of his friends actually answered me, but my son never said a word. I felt sad and went to just drive, but right as I was about to press the accelerator, my son looked up at me. "Just drive, bruh. What's taking you so long?" He immediately went back to his phone. That's when I lost it and ordered them all out of my car. My son shot up. "Wait, what? Oh, now you want to listen, huh?" I replied. "You heard me."
Were you the guy in my live stream? Why is this guy in my live stream? Bro, what the heck? Bro, what the heck is wrong with you? This guy literally just pushed me outside and got me killed. Bro, this is the guy from my live stream, bro. Bro, what are you doing? Were you the guy from my live stream?
The code, I figured it out. I figured out the code because I watched every live stream of yours, and you always join the code fire.
Bro, I can't hear you, bro.
Yeah, I watched every live stream of yours.
Wait, man, wait.
That you joined the code fiery.
Huh?
That's how I got the code. Everybody in the chat, the code fiery, fiery, fiery. You. Oh, look at the new bundle.
No, no.
Look at that bundle. Look at the bundle. I want you to look at the bundle.
No, no, you're not doing that to me. Huh? You can't get me.
You're not going to hesitate.
Okay, let me just do my live stream, bro. Bro, let me just do my live stream.
No, nigga.
Bro, I'm leaving. Bro, move. Bro, I'm about to report you. I'm about to report you for stalking me, bro.
Fine, please. I'm a big fan. Please.
Yes, I'm getting stream sniped, bro.
Thanks, you fat nigga. Yeah, fat nigga.
I'm getting stream sniped, bro. Bro, I'm about to report this guy. Bro, can you stop? Bro, stop. Report.
Fat nigga.
Bro, can you stop?
No, nigga. Frick you, nigga. Frick you, nigga. Hold on. Frick you, nigga. Nigga. What the frick? Yeah, nigga. Where you gonna go, huh? Gonna go, huh? Yeah, huh? Where you gonna go, huh? Where you gonna go? Where you gonna go, huh? Where you gonna go, huh? Where you gonna go?
Join what code? Oh my gosh, bro. Huh? Bro, I just got stream
Yo,
snipe.
guys, he's coming! He's coming! Go, 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 go! Yo, where are you?
Now I literally can't not
Look, you know
unadd
where
him.
the subway's off?
Where are you?
You know where the subway's off?
Yeah, I'm
Hey,
ready.
Let me turn back the green.
Could I just get my usual chocolate
Okay.
covered
No.
cherry?
Can I just get my usual? Can I just get my
What?
usual?
Yo, Blue. Who's new to the game?
Blue.
Where's this dude again? Blue.
Yo guys, look up! Yo guys, look
Are
up!
you okay?
I reset.
Blue. Yo, Blue. 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 Who's new to the game?
What works?
Out of my car. But Dad, no, I interrupted him. I'm not a clown to dance around you. My voice was steady. I opened the back door and kicked them all out. My son tried protesting about how he couldn't go to the party now, but I simply told him, that's not my problem. I drove off and heard all his friends giving out to him, saying, why would you disrespect your dad like that when he's the one driving us? My son's face was red. I just laughed because his dad being an Uber driver had actually embarrassed him in the end, just not the way he thought. I looked at the kitchen drawer and my mom pointed at me from across the room. Don't even think about it. That drawer had been locked my whole life, and the key lived on a chain around her neck that she never took off, not even to sleep. My brother dropped.
Bro, Supia. What are you doing here? Supio, I know your name is Supio, bro. You're not Zaydan, bro. Stop acting like Zaydan. No, you don't got them cones anymore. You dropped them in the ground. Yo, hi Justin. Yo, what's up? Everybody that's watching, make sure to like and subscribe.
To his knees in front of it one afternoon with a paperclip, and she appeared in the
I'm
doorway
watching.
behind him without making a sound. Nice try.
Huh?
You're grounded for a month. We spent our entire
What'd you say? Make my food? No.
lives guessing what was inside. My brother thought it was love letters. My sister thought one of us was adopted, and I thought it was money. When our mom passed away at 80, my brother flew in from across the country, and my sister drove 4 hours. We stood in the kitchen the morning after the funeral, and I held the tiny key in my hand and stared at the drawer. My brother could not stop pacing back and forth across the kitchen floor. Whatever was in that drawer had been—
Yo! You're back. You're back, bro. Yo, I just got stream sniped, bro. I just got stream sniped, bro. A boy named Joshua. There was a boy named Joshua in my stream, and he stream sniped me. But I'm gonna call you. I'm waiting for Zaydan to join. I'm waiting for Zaydan to join.
He's late, bro. He's been late all the time.
Dude, I've been waiting for 50 minutes, bro.
Wait, come here.
I've been waiting since 2:17, bro. What happened? I'm gonna call you, bro. I'm gonna call you.
Don't call me, yo. We're just talking. Actually, just call me.
All right. Yo, guys, make sure to subscribe, bro. Guys, make sure to subscribe. Man, live streaming is the best way to get subscribers, bro. Guess how many subscribers I have, bro?
1K and 250.
No. I have 1,220.
I got a new hat.
Oh, you got a pink one. Wait, does the trading thing work? Does the trading thing work now?
No, the trading thing, you need trade out mission. Insert 5 common pets to trade for a rare pet.
Oh.
It's not like a trade thing, so other people can.
Dude.
15. It's been 50 minutes.
I've been waiting for like since 217. Like
Worth wearing a key around her neck for 30 years, and we were about to find out why. My brother grabbed my arm. Wait, what if we don't want to know what's in there? I hesitated for a second, but then my
I need the legendary. A lot of people get
dude,
legendary.
I'm live streaming myself watching his story. His story.
I like the baboon room. His story of the baboon.
put her hand on
Movie.
His story of the
I
baboon.
like.
Huh?
It's not like a story. It's a movie.
No, I'm watching June compilation.
Imagine Zaydan went into stream.
shoulder.
I'm watching the June compilation.
Need to know the truth. My brother stood there for a moment, then nodded. You're right. They both peeked over my shoulder
Yeah,
as I put the
I've been
key in
waiting for
and
it.
opened the drawer. Inside was
like
one
30
tiny
minutes.
plastic trophy with a cheap gold film on it. My sister unfolded the note underneath it and read it out loud. Mr. Hutchins gave this 4th grade spelling bee trophy to Barb Moskowitz, even though I was the better speller because he never liked me. So I went back that night and took what was mine. We all started laughing because it turned out Mom sure knew how to hold a grudge, but I was disappointed that we didn't find a bunch of money.
Yes.
I was backing
I think he's gonna get on at 3. I don't. Yeah, he always gets on at 3. Maybe he doesn't live in America. He probably doesn't live in America. Maybe he lives somewhere that's 1 hour ahead of us.
Canada.
Maybe he. Canada is 1 hour ahead of us. Maybe he lives in Canada.
Canada is in the
I
US.
think Canada. Wait, maybe I don't even think Canada's 1 hour above us. Like I think he probably lives somewhere that's an hour ahead of us. Dude, I need to see how many people are watching my stream.
Scream.
Stream. Not my live stream.
I don't like.
My BeamXR live stream.
In the little
Alright.
room that's.
There's still one person.
Mom's
watching.
new silver BMW out of a parking spot when I heard a long, dragging crunch against the back door. I jumped out of the
There's been
car
one
and
time
saw a
that 8
huge
people
scratch
watched
on the
my
back
stream.
passenger door. Oh crap, I'm so freaking screwed. My mom is going to murder me. I got back in and drove home, wondering how in the heck a quick trip to grab snacks turned into such a dumpster
Nah, I'm
fire.
live
I
streaming
pulled
on
into the
BeamXR
house
right
at
now.
2 p.m. I had 3 hours before she got home from work to try to avoid being grounded until I was 30. I pulled my phone out
Yeah,
and Googled how to fix a
I
scratch.
can live stream on my phone right now, but I don't because
I can't actually go live. I just have to wait 24 hours. I'm not doing it.
yeah.
Car and got to work. Toothpaste was the first hit on 3
Yo.
different forums, and people swore by it. I went into the bathroom, squeezed a strip onto a
Dude,
washcloth,
toothpaste
and
does
worked
not
it into
work
the
his
scrape
story,
the way
bro.
you'd polish a shoe. I was already imagining the moment I'd hand my mom her key back and she'd never know. The washcloth came away gray, but the scrape looked the same. I went back to the forums, and someone said nail polish remover worked on stubborn marks. I had 2 hours and 20 minutes left and dabbed it on with a cotton ball. I could smell the acetone before I saw what it was doing. The clear coat went cloudy under my hand, and a white film spread around the scrape. The scrape was still there,
Maybe
now
it's
with
not-
a halo around
maybe
it.
it's
I
not
drove to the
meant
auto
for,
parts
like,
store, came back $23
cars.
poorer with a scratch repair kit, and tore the box open on the hood. The instructions on the back read, apply in circles, steady pressure, do not rush. I had 90 minutes left, got on my knees, and started rubbing. I was on my 3rd circle when I heard a car pull up. I didn't look because I was sure I had another hour at least, but when the door shut and I heard, thanks for the lift, I knew I was cooked. My mom walked up the driveway, and then it clicked. I had forgotten it was National Leave the Office Early Day. Fudge! She heard me before she saw me. She stopped at the bumper and gasped when she saw the scratch with the acetone halo around it. What did you do to my car? Toothpaste, then nail polish remover, then that. I pointed at the kit. She didn't yell, which was somehow worse, and just held out her hand for the keys. Body shop's on you, and you're grounded for the next month. Oh, and before I forget, you're not driving until you graduate. She took the foam pad out of my hand and looked looked at the circles I'd been working into the door. Steady pressure, just like the instructions say. She handed me the pad and walked inside. I stayed on my knees in the driveway and looked at the compound drying on my fingers. This blows! I closed my eyes and threw the pad to get my frustration out, but I accidentally hit the car, making another scratch on it. My mom peeked her head through the door. "You're grounded for 2 months now, mister, and you're paying for that one too." Our principal called an emergency staff meeting and told us all about the devious lick trend everyone was talking about. They showed us TikToks of students stealing things from schools, and I thought it was kind of funny. But that day in class, I heard my students laughing, saying something about the soap dispensers. They were saying someone took them, but that didn't make sense because they were literally bolted to the wall. But when I checked, I saw that all 3 of the soap dispensers were ripped off of the wall entirely, but they made a big mistake. Andrew Sweeney posted a TikTok of himself doing it, and our principal quickly found the video. He suspended him, but later that day, I started hearing students talking about a new video. Apparently, the devious lick trend was absolutely exploding on TikTok, and another video from our school popped up. One of the girls showed me the video, and I couldn't believe what I saw. Another kid had climbed up on one of the desks in an empty classroom, pulled out an actual screwdriver, and stole the expensive projector from the ceiling. I knew this was getting bad now, because those things cost like $1,000. When he showed up to school the next day, we could hear the principal yelling at him from his office all the way down the hall. Everyone thought this had to be the end, but at the end of the day, I saw our principal crying outside the boys' bathroom. What happened? But he didn't say anything. I looked inside, knowing there was no way they could have stolen anything, but I couldn't believe it. An entire sink was completely gone from the wall. We instantly checked every second of the security footage, but whoever did this was smart. They blended into the crowd, and we couldn't catch them. But the principal was so furious that he wasn't letting them get away with it. He called all 7 students he thought could have done it to his office.
Who's really rude to me? I think Logan is.
Hey, yo, what's up, my boy?
Who's in here?
Oh,
the sun person, the guy with the sun.
You here?
Yo,
Are you here?
I'm here for Zaydan.
You here
For Zaydan? Yeah, I'm here for Zaydan's live. I'm live streaming right now.
He's coming in 2 minutes.
I'm live streaming right now. He's coming where?
Like what?
He's super late right now. He's super late right now, bro.
It takes 1. No, it takes 1.
He's super late right now, bro.
1 more minute.
It's like he unadded me, bro.
1 more minute.
Bro.
1 more minute.
Somebody else just joined. Okay,
Alright.
yo, okay, Foxy, what's up?
Hold on, I can't hear you. Was the first person.
Nah, I was the first person in here. I was the first person in here.
I mean, I'm the second.
I was the first person in here, bro. I joined 217. I joined at 217.
Okay.
I joined at 217, and now it's like 3 something.
But you shouldn't. You should have. He's starting live already.
Yes, it is, bro.
My cousin's right there on the couch.
It's literally 3, bro. What are you talking about?
Yo, I'm it's not 3. It's 2.
No, it's not.
Oh, you dumb?
It's 3.
Oh, you must live in a different state.
I live in the United States.
You must live in Zaydan state. What? What code? Oh,
well, you probably, K-Foxy, you probably live in the same place that, K-Foxy, you probably live in the same place that Zaydan is. Because if it's 2 for you, then he's probably gonna get on the same time that you get on.
It's 2 for him.
It's 3 o'clock on the dot for me. Nah, it's 3:01 now for me right now.
Hold on.
I'm just gonna continue streaming his story.
He's about to be here.
Yo, Gunner.
Yep, he's coming. It's 2:01.
Gunner.
It is not.
Is Gunner in the call?
Yeah, it is. I mean, 3:01 for him and 2:01.
Suspended every single one of them. He thought he was finally putting a stop to it, but those guys were innocent. They were all furious and decided they needed revenge on him. The next morning, they came to school anyway, and after class started, one of them snuck into the principal's office while nobody was looking. He was gonna hit his biggest devious lick yet. He went into his desk and stole his car keys. Before anyone saw, they ran outside, and when the principal saw someone stealing his car, he called the police. They were only 14 and didn't know how to drive. And when the cops chased them, they panicked. He lost control and ended up slamming into a pole. Amazingly, none of them got expelled, but seeing one of the boys return to school in a wheelchair and without a leg was a shocker. I was drawing in class with my only pen when Jared tapped my shoulder and asked to borrow it. I looked at his giant pencil case stuffed with pens of every color. Sorry dude, this is my only pen. Use of your own. I went back to drawing, but Jared tapped more aggressively. I don't have that specific shade of red. I need it. I ignored him and kept shading. My Goku was nearly finished. But then Jared leaned back in his chair. I'm telling the teacher on you the second she comes back that you're not sharing. He raised his hand high in the air and held it there so she'd see it immediately upon coming back. I sighed loudly and held out my pen. Fine, fine, you can have it. Jared's face lit up, but right as he reached for it, I snatched it back. Psych! His face fell and I laughed as I placed the tip of my pen back on my page, but then his chair scraped. Jared came over my shoulder and clamped his fist around my pen, yanking it hard. We both pulled, and the tip skated across the paper, putting a long red line straight through Goku's face and ruining it. Just then, the door opened, and Jared instantly got back in his seat. Miss, he won't give me a pen. Tell him to share. She walked over. Why not? Jared smirked in his chair, while I stared silently at his full pencil case. Miss Walsh's eyes followed mine, and she looked at Jared's pencil case overflowing with pens, then at me holding my one pen. Let me get this straight. She turned to Jared. You've got every pen imaginable, and you want to take the only one he has. She shook her head. I don't usually say this about students, but you might be the most spoiled and delusional kid I've ever seen. You're not having his pen. His whole face fell as she walked away. I turned back around and kept drawing. I was pulled into the principal's office during a school lockdown, and my parents were in the office waiting for me. My heart skipped a beat because I had no idea what was going on. My mom was sitting there with tears in her eyes. My dad had his arms crossed. I heard the lockdown alarm on the speaker. Why am I here during a lockdown? Isn't this dangerous? Nobody answered. The principal sat down. We need to go through your backpack. My backpack? Why? Place it on the desk and take everything out. Slowly. Did they think I did something? I started pulling things out. Then my hand touched something I forgot was in there. A naughty balloon my friend gave me as a joke. I pulled it out. My mom gasped. My face burned with embarrassment. The principal said, keep going. Then I pulled out my vape. My dad yelled, you do nicotine? But that wasn't the worst part. I pulled out my real report card. All Fs. The one I hid from my parents. I wanted to die. Why are you making me do this? Did you call a lockdown because of my vape? The principal ignored me and asked, who did you sit next to at lunch today? That caught me off guard. I said, Hector. Why is that relevant? The principal continued, did anyone touch your bag? Hold it for you. No. What is this about? He ignored me. Then 2 cops walked into the office. My legs went weak. I was so confused. What is happening? The principal reached into the bottom of my bag himself. He pulled out something wrapped in a shirt I'd never seen before. He unwrapped it slowly, and there was a small device with wires and a timer, ticking. I jumped back. That's not mine. I swear I've never seen that. I was 18, so if I ended up getting arrested, I would go to jail and serve some real time. My mom screamed. My dad grabbed me and pulled me back. The principal looked at me calmly. We know it's not yours. What? The principal explained. Security cameras caught Hector slipping it into your bag at lunch. That's why you're in here. We needed to take the device out of your bag before something bad happened. I felt my whole body go numb. I looked out the window. Hector was being escorted out in handcuffs by cops. Then a cop pointed at the desk. The timer on the device was still counting down. 3, 2, 1. I flinched, thinking this was it for me, but then nothing happened. I opened my eyes. The cop said, I've seen that toy at Target. It's fake. I realized Hector pulled the biggest prank in our school's history. Then my mom looked at me. Now why do you have naughty balloons in your bag? My grandma was 79 and had never held a video game controller in her life, but she was the reason I finally beat Portal 2. It started when her knees got bad, and the doctor told her to quit climbing the stairs to my room. She used to sit in the doorway while I played because she liked watching me do something I loved. Now all she could do was call up the stairs. I saw how sad it made her, so I decided to do something about it. I unplugged my whole Xbox setup, carried it down piece by piece, and set it up on the TV stand right across from her recliner. What in the world are you doing? She asked. You don't have to climb anything to watch me anymore, I told her. I loaded up Portal 2, which is this game where you shoot 2 portals onto the walls and walk through one to come out the other. She leaned in and squinted at the screen. Why are there holes in the walls? I held out the controller and asked if she wanted to try. She waved her hand at it like it might bite her. All those little buttons? I'd never figure that out. I'll just watch. She watched it first, then started pointing at the screen. Put the orange one up high. No, higher. You already tried that. Try the other side. Half the time she was right. There was this one puzzle with a laser and a moving platform that I'd been stuck on for 3 days, and I kept dying. Put your hole on the ceiling, she said. I did, and I dropped straight into the laser and died again. That didn't work, Grandma. Well, I don't know.
Yes.
Maybe I should just let you do it. You are better at this than you think. She got quiet for a second, then tapped my arm. Fine, put it on the floor, not the wall. Let the platform carry you up. I almost didn't listen to her, but I did it, and it worked. I looked at her, and she just shrugged like it was obvious. It took us about a month, but we finally beat Portal 2. The credits rolled, and she clapped, actually clapped, sitting there in her recliner. There's a co-op mode, I told her. 2 people play together, each with our own guy. I've never touched one of those things in my life. I'd be terrible at it. Grandma, you've been playing this whole time. You just weren't holding anything. So I grabbed the second controller, put it in her hands, and showed her which buttons to press. For years, she'd watched me from that doorway,
Bro,
too
I'm
far
live
away to
streaming
do
right
anything
now.
but ask if I'd won.
Hey, Wes.
I'm like,
Of course you are.
Now she was sitting right next to me on the couch with a controller in her hands, and we beat the co-op together. I was in
Who?
prison.
Who live streamed 8 hours ago?
I can call him.
No, I live streamed like 2 hours ago, bro.
Playing cards when an 18-year-old kid walked through the door with a big smile on his face. Anybody here see me on the news? Nobody answered. He leaned against the wall with his arms crossed. 3 kids killed in a school shooting. That was me. He said it the way someone might say they won a trophy. I watched every face in the room go cold because prison has its own rules, and he had already broken one. You do not celebrate hurting innocent people. I put my cards down and smirked because things were about to get interesting. The next morning, he carried his food tray to the nearest table and sat down. Mind if I join you? Every man stood up without a word and moved to a different table. That evening, 4 men blocked him in the hallway when he was walking back from the showers. He tried to swing first, but it didn't go well for him. He spent 2 weeks in the medical room. When he came back, he kept his eyes down and walked close to the walls, but it did not help because there was nowhere to hide in a place like this. A lot of the guys started using him as a punching bag, but some took it even further and made him a walking toilet. He was to be available whenever and wherever for whatever we wanted. He went to the guards and filed a complaint, but nobody had seen anything, and nobody ever would. That's when he realized no one was going to save him. He started sleeping with one eye open and flinching every time someone
What'd you say?
walked past his.
Who wants to do it? What are you doing?
I'm watching his story.
Wants to do a race?
I'm watching his YT story right now, bro.
You don't want to mess with me, bro.
Huh?
3, 2, 1.
Bunk. 2 years later, we were playing cards again when we heard the guards had caught him trying to climb over the outer fence with a rope he made from his bed sheets. They transferred him to a higher security prison where the men are even less forgiving. I laughed. Good. My granddad pressed the power button on the remote and almost fell out of his chair. Son, the TV has colors. It's not black and white. I rolled my eyes and replied, "This is the 3rd time I've told you this, Granddad. You've been in a coma for 40 years. The world is different now." I went back to scrolling my phone while Granddad looked around with these wide, mesmerized eyes, the flat screen TV, the LED lights, the phone glowing in my hand, things that never existed in the world he remembered. Granddad pointed at my phone with shaking hands and a curious smile. "Son, what are you doing on that little screen?" I sighed without looking up. "It's called scrolling, Granddad. You just scroll through videos." I held up the phone. "Swipe your thumb." He flicked the screen, and his jaw dropped when the video scrolled. "How did that just change?" He sounded amazed. I shrugged, "Technology, Granddad," and went back to scrolling. Then Granddad saw our robot vacuum and slowly walked over like he was scared of it. "Son, what's this little round thing moving on its own?" I was focused on my YouTube video and mumbled back, "Robot vacuum, cleans the floor itself." Granddad smiled and whispered, "Well, I'll be damned," then pointed at our Alexa. "And what's this ball with lights coming from it?" I groaned because I was getting frustrated explaining
Yes?
everything.
Wait,
"That's an
what'd you say?
Alexa. Say its name and it talks back."
Huh? Ugh. They didn't join? Oh. Bro, I was watching something. Did everybody leave?
They're joining back.
They're what? Oh. Why'd they leave?
They're probably waiting until he.
Oh.
Me and you are just gonna be chilling.
Yeah, I'm live streaming myself watching his story until he comes.
Me and you was technically first though.
I was technically the first person. You're the second person.
Yep. Technically.
If we both got on at the same time, then
We did.
no, we didn't.
No, you was the first one. So technically.
Wait, what time did you join the server?
Like whenever you.
I joined 2:17. When did you join? You joined like 2:20.
No, I joined 2:18.
Stop the cap, bro.
I'm not capping.
Yes, you are.
I have some good power.
Dude, you joined at like 2:30 or something.
To you, Granddad gasped, "Hello, Alexa." And when Alexa replied, "Hello," he literally jumped back, clutching his chest. He sat back on the couch with a smile. "What's this
What are you
Netflix button
drinking,
on the
bro?
remote?" "It's Netflix."
Powerade.
Ew, and that's
You know, I'll
disgusting.
call him.
You like Powerade?
It's good.
I the only Powerade I had was the purple one, bro, and I hated it.
I like the mountain.
I like the
This
blue
one
one
is
though.
not-
I like the blue one. The blue one's really good. It tastes like blueberry.
What about the mountain berry?
I haven't
guys?
had that one.
That's the mountain berry.
I
guys.
haven't-
That's the
I
mountain
haven't had that one before.
It's so
Dude, I
good.
just have Gatorade. That's it. I just have Gatorade in my house.
No, Walsh, like.
Granddad, what's that? I was
Alright, I'm about to get back into watching my thing.
seriously annoyed
So if I don't talk in a while, just know that I'm watching something.
now.
Okay,
It
my
lets you
dad
pick
said
what
I can have Powerade, so I got Power. What's up, bro?
movie you want to watch. His eyes exploded. Did you just say I can watch any movie? How do I do that? I sighed loudly. Just press the button, Granddad. He gripped the remote tight and pressed the button, and the screen filled with rows of movie posters in color. Granddad started tearing up with joy. This is amazing. I love this. And what are these profile things on the screen, son? What do they do? That's when I snapped. Just figure it out, dude. I'm sick of explaining the most simple things to you. My voice came out sharper than I meant it, and I went back to scrolling. Granddad's excited smile dropped, and he lowered the remote. I'm sorry for being annoying, son. I haven't seen the world in 40 years. All of this is so new and cool to me. He set the remote down and slowly walked out. Suddenly, my chest felt tight. I looked at my phone, the robot vacuum, the box in front of me that let me watch any movie in the world. It all looked different now. I got up and found Granddad in the kitchen, staring at the air fryer like he was curious but scared to ask me what it was. I placed the TV remote in his hand. Granddad, I'm so sorry. I know you're just curious. Let me show you how Netflix works. A smile returned to his face. And after that, want to see how an electric car works? Granddad's jaw dropped one more time, and I smiled, excited to show him how cool the world really was. Someone had been stealing minifigures off my Lego Millennium Falcon for 3 weeks, and I was going to find out who. Han Solo, Chewbacca, Lando, all the best ones, gone. Whoever was taking them knew exactly what they were grabbing, and they weren't done. I ruled.
You glitched out the map?
No, we should glitch out the map.
I don't know how to do that, bro.
Follow me, I know how to do it.
Bro, I'm live streaming. I'm watching stuff, bro. You can do it later.
I'm just gonna do it.
Alright.
Flick up the wrist, bro. You gotta flick up the wrist, do it. Hit it
My little brother first. 4 days of surveillance, and he never went near my room. My mom couldn't tell a minifigure from a paperclip. My dad hadn't been upstairs in a week. That left my best friend Ricky. I had to be sure. Next time he came over, I stayed downstairs the whole visit. When he left, I went straight up to check. R2-D2 was gone. It was Ricky. I mapped every figure still on the ship, and I knew exactly which one he'd go for next. Darth Vader, the best one left. I bought the biggest jar of ultra-fine red glitter I could find, rigged it to a mousetrap, and buried the whole thing under Vader's feet. Then I invited Ricky over the next afternoon and let him go upstairs first. I was in the hallway when I heard it, a loud snap. I walked in, and Ricky was standing completely frozen in the middle of my room, wide-eyed, covered head to toe in red glitter. Darth Vader clutched in one hand, and the mousetrap clamped onto his finger. I was going to put them back. I made him empty his backpack onto the floor, mousetrap still on his finger. Han
What'd you
Solo,
say?
Chewbacca, Lando, R2-D2.
Your next few
Who's 10?
You. For 10.
I'm number 10?
Everyone then steal,
reward
guys,
starts with your
everyone
favorite
hide when
drink.
Jaden goes
Buy
by.
any handcrafted beverage and unlock a
All there. He handed them over one by one, while red glitter rained off his eyebrows. When his mom pulled up, she got out of the car, grabbed his face with both hands, and said, "What happened?" Ricky looked at me. "Craft project," he said. He went to zip up his backpack, and Darth Vader fell out onto the driveway in a cloud of glitter. His mom looked at Darth Vader, then at Ricky, then at me. I nodded slowly. Craft project. The most feared man on my cell block was 5'4", and I waited until the day before.
Yo, where are you guys going, bro? Oh, you're going to that spot that's in the thing? Wait, guys, come on, go over here.
And you. Guys, let's hide.
Wait, hold on.
I got a better spot. I got a better spot.
Where are you? Where? Oh, you can't even get inside of there.
Okay, I'm coming. There's a hiding spot right here.
Oh, freak. Oh, there's a tunnel in here.
Yo. This is that kid. Fine. Don't peek. Whenever he comes in.
Yo,
here,
guys, over
you wanna
here.
go in-
Guys, over here. Inside of here.
Over here.
Wait, hey, over here.
Over here. Over here. Over here. Over here. Over here.
All right, I'm gonna keep on recording my live stream.
Look at Zaydan's live.
I'm not looking at Zayden's live, bro. I'm doing my own live stream.
I gotta get some more of my Powerade, bro. I just checked. Oh, this is busting. Look, I'll check on my phone again. I'm going on
Before I
block.
got out to knock him out
And look at
cold.
me.
In a block, the biggest
Yeah, my
rule was
phone, I
one the
checked.
guards never wrote down. Don't touch Arthur. A guy that small should have been the easiest target in the place. But the two biggest men in the building followed him everywhere, and that was all it took. My first week in the chow hall, he knocked my tray out of my hands in front of everyone, and nobody moved. I was only inside because I took the blame for my sister, and I finally had a real shot at getting out early. One fight, one slip up, and it was gone. So I picked up my tray, sat down alone, and kept my head down. The second week, he tore my bunk apart, found a photo of my sister, held it up, and said something I won't repeat. The third week, he slammed me into a concrete wall while the whole block watched, and I let him, because fighting back would have cost me everything. That was the morning an old-timer who'd watched the whole thing walked over and said, "You really gonna take that?" Then he walked off before I could say a word. That night, I found him and asked him to teach me. He'd boxed for 20 years before he ever came inside, and he got me a spot on the kitchen crew, so we'd have the mornings alone before the block woke up. Before the ovens were even hot, he was showing me how to fight, how to take a hit, and how to drop a bigger man fast. Every bruise I had to explain, every sore muscle I had to hide. The hard part was never the fighting. The hard part was walking past Arthur every single day, strong enough now to put him down, and letting him think nothing had changed. I'd wait until a fight couldn't cost me my way out. The day before I got out, on my last morning, I crossed the floor and knocked Arthur's tray out of his hands in front of everyone. Arthur froze. His two giants started toward me, but before they got close, I smashed my own tray into his face and knocked him into the wall, then the floor. I didn't stop until my arms gave out. When I looked up, the two giants hadn't moved. I told them I might not make it out of here, but one of them wouldn't either, and they could tell I meant it. Both of them wet their pants and ran out of that chow hall. It turned out the two scariest men on the block were pussycats, and nobody had ever called their bluff. I walked out the next morning a free man. My sister never found out what it cost me. I'd do it again. They buried me alive in a coffin, and I've never been more relaxed in my life. I was 19 and broke when I saw a game show holding tryouts at a mall. An announcer stood on stage, "Face your biggest fear, and you could win a brand new Mazda." They handed us a form asking for our worst fear. Everyone wrote heights, spiders, snakes. I wrote being buried alive. I lied. Small spaces never bothered me. I used to crawl under my bed during thunderstorms because it felt like a fort. The producers read my answer and called me back the same day. The show was set up right in the middle of the mall. An eating table, a glass water tank, and a wooden coffin sitting next to a pile of dirt. 5 of us lined up at the start. First challenge was the eating table. Cow eyeballs and cricket smoothies. The girl next to me threw up after one spoonful. I cleaned my plate. Free food is free food when you're broke. Next was a tunnel full of pythons. The guy who listed snakes as his fear lasted 10 seconds before he screamed and tapped out. I walked right through. Now it was just me and one woman. Her challenge was the water tank. Hold your breath and grab the car keys off the bottom. She pulled them up in 45 seconds. The host walked me over to the coffin. 60 seconds buried 3 feet underground. Last that long and the car is yours. They shut the lid and started shoveling dirt on top. I could hear it hitting the wood above my face. The host was narrating like I was in a war zone, but I was just lying there with my eyes closed, thinking about where I'd drive first. 60 seconds went by like a nap. They dug me out, and the host acted like I'd just come back from the dead. My opponent shook my hand. They put the keys in my palm. A brand new Mazda. I drove it for 6 years. Nobody on that show ever found out what I'm actually afraid of. If they'd released butterflies instead of putting me in that coffin, I would have been the first one out. A 13-year-old kid destroyed my grandma's most cherished possession, and I can't thank him enough. I gave Mason $100 and asked him to secretly tend my grandma's
did you guys
vegetable
leave?
garden 3 times per week. She's taken care of this garden for 40 years, but arthritis...
You guys went out? Dude, I'm the only one here. I'm the only... Dude, I'm the only one in this hiding spot.
If you guys want to hit a layup in basketball, you got to do this.
Are you guys playing basketball, bro? Are y'all playing basketball, bro?
Green bean. Yeah, I just scored, bro. You want to miss it. Wait, hiding spot. Guys, should we not just listen to Zaydan at all?
Like, this is boring. I'm waiting for him, and it's taking way too long, bro. Like, it's wasting my time, bro. This is wasting my time. This is wasting my lifetime, bro. Like, I can use all this time doing something else. Of course,
Meant she could no longer even hold shears, and cried every night because she thought her life's work was going to die. Every night I'd look out and see Mason pulling out weeds and watering the plants, and 3 weeks in the garden was still thriving. Grandma would smile so wide looking at it. But then one morning I woke up and found her sobbing on the back steps. I looked up and saw the garden destroyed. Plants were ripped out, bushes torn, and tomatoes were flattened. I promised Grandma everything would be okay, then instantly stormed to Mason's house and demanded to know why. He explained that tending the garden was tiring, so last night he brought a friend to help him. But that friend thought it would be funny to stomp on everything when Mason wasn't looking. Mason cried and pulled out all the money I had given him, saying, "I'm sorry I did this, sir." I was shocked, but let him keep it, and walked back to Grandma's house. I stopped to grab some soil to help repair the garden, but when I came back, Grandma was in the garden with Mason. He was guiding her shaking hands as they replanted the tomatoes. My face went red, but Grandma smiled and said, "This kind young man saw the garden and offered to help fix it."
I'm a real big fan of you, and I'm liked and subscribed. Yo, thank you for subscribing, bro. Thank you, bro. Dude, this guy literally subscribed to me. Thank you, bro. Thank you so much. You don't know how much I know, bro. You've been subscribed to me since I was at 5 subscribers. But thank you so much for subscribing, bro. It means a lot. It means a lot to me. Thank you for subscribing, bro. Bro, you don't know how much it means to me. Thank you, bro.
He's so sweet. I looked at Mason, and he said quietly, "It's the least I can do." I realized he really did feel bad and wanted to help. I dropped to my knees and pulled out my bag of soil and joined Mason and Grandma in replanting. Every day after that, the 3 of us worked on the garden. Grandma's hands even started shaking less because of the daily movement, and the garden was restored bigger and better. When it was done, I gave Mason $100, but he shook his head. "Your grandma pays me in cupcakes and donuts now. That's enough for me." He pushed the money back and went inside to have soup made from the tomatoes in the garden. I looked at them laughing and realized sometimes you have to break things down in order to rebuild them even stronger. I told my dad my dream was to be a MMA fighter, and he slapped me. "You idiot, you have a heart condition. The doctor said no physical activity or your heart could stop at any moment." My heart condition did make me really
I watched this video so many times, and his dad slaps him so much, bro. In this video, his dad slaps him so much. Like,
scrawny and weak, but it was
why does his dad slap him so much, though?
dream to be
I'm watching something.
Oh my, turn it
on.
off.
I fought back. I don't care. I want to.
His YT story, dad's
You go
slapping
like
him
this?
so much. I've been seeing that video.
No, you go like this.
I'm subscribed to his YT story. Yeah, that's what I love watching him. So I'm just doing what all content creators just do, just reacting to his stories, compilations, and I've been watching it for like 2 hours because I've already started watching this before, but I'm just like an hour and 7 minutes into watching it. So, it's a person that I'm watching.
Fighter. He raised his hand like he was going.
A story. It's a person that makes stories every day.
Slap me again. You'll never be a fighter.
Why
If
is
I
his
ever
dad
catch you
slapping
training,
so
you're
much?
dead. I walked away upset, but decided I wasn't going to let him stop me, because not chasing my dreams was worse than ending up dead anyway. So the next day, I signed up at an MMA gym without telling him. On my first day, my
I know
trainer
that.
called me SpongeBob and squished my non-existent biceps, but I still put my fists up. I started training every day, slowly gaining more stamina. But one day, while punching the heavy bag, I felt my heart skip. I paused and grabbed my chest. My trainer looked concerned. "You good, bro?" I said I was fine, but I wasn't sure. I kept going anyway. Weeks later, after ignoring the pain in my chest, I was winning rounds in sparring matches and finally felt stronger. I thought I was getting away with training in secret until one day I came home and my dad was holding my gloves and shin guards. He ripped them apart in front of me. "You'll never be a fighter. Give it up." I didn't understand why my dad didn't believe in me, but I still bought new ones the next day. I wasn't stopping. Then mid-sparring, I felt my heart stop for 5 seconds. Something felt really wrong, but proving my dad right scared me more than dying, so I continued and kept fighting. Then something unexpected
What'd you say,
happened.
Maverick?
I was walking home from class when my heart dropped. I saw
You know what?
Zaydan.
Yo, I'm about to sit down.
Dad getting robbed by two guys. They were kicking my dad on the ground in front of our house. I dropped my bag and sprinted. Punch. I hit the first guy so hard his teeth flew out of his mouth and he folded onto the floor. I grabbed the second one by the neck and twisted around his body, putting him in a chokehold. After they passed out, the robbers were eventually taken away by the police. My dad looked up at me, face bloody, in shock that I was able to do that. I finally felt like I proved him wrong, but then I felt my chest lock up and my legs gave out. I fell on the floor and realized I was having a heart attack, exactly what the doctor warned me would happen. My dad caught me. No, stay with me. I couldn't move, couldn't speak. I felt like I was dying, but I could hear my dad crying. I wasn't trying to be mean. Every time I yelled at you, every time I broke your stuff, I just wanted to scare you so you wouldn't kill yourself. A tear rolled down my face because he was right. I closed my eyes knowing that at least I gave it all I had. Then a hard slap woke me up and I was in a hospital room. My dad was standing in front of me. You idiot. I guess you are a fighter. I warned the lifeguard about a coming storm, but he leaned back.
You know I play Gorilla Tag? I know how to play Gorilla Tag, but I don't have a Gorilla Tag game. Oh.
His chair and yawned. I pulled out my wallet and showed him a picture of my old boat. I was a fishing captain for 20 years, and I can promise you that storm is going to wipe out the beach. You need to warn everyone here. The lifeguard laughed at me. It's just a storm, old man. Once I see lightning or hear thunder, then I'll blow my whistle. Same as always. I heard laughter behind me and turned to see a mother and her child.
Wait, where is everybody? Did everybody leave? Wait, I'm about to go back to spawn. Yo, is anybody in this lobby anymore? Yo, there's still people in this lobby.
Wait. Hey, Bo. Hey.
Yes.
Go.
Dude, I'm about to get off,
I'm gonna
bro.
go.
I'm about to get off. I'm about to join.
I'm gonna do a close out my bro.
Yeah, I'm about to stop roasting this and actually play some games. But I'm already like an hour into live streaming. What percent is my set? 86. Well, I'll just finish the live stream.
Hello.
We'll start playing some. Yo, I don't think we're gonna be playing with Zaydan today. I don't think he can live stream today. Dang, why'd you throw your things so far at me, bro? Alright, I'm getting off. I'm about to play Christmas Ramp. Wait, guys, should I play Be the Monster Christmas Ramp? Or Winter Forest? I played Winter Forest before. Wait, is backroom fun? Bye. That was a nice transition, bro. It's a Christmas. But I think I should take me to a pub lobby But I hope you guys enjoy this. I think there's only like one person watching. Which was that guy that just subscribed to me. Man, guys, if there's anybody even watching right now, please subscribe. Guys, please subscribe. I'm trying to hit 2K subscribers, so everybody subscribe that's watching.
And you're a monkey.
Oh, he's here with his friend. Freak. Man, that black monster, bro. His name is Black Gugu. Some people call him Queso because he's chubby and fat like Queso. I'm not trying to be rude. Like, Queso isn't even as fat as Black Gugu is, bro. Of course, as soon as I go out, the monster has to come. Of course. Oh,
hey, can I have that silver?
Let me check if anybody's even watching my stream. I don't even think anybody's watching. I never live streamed before. I don't think so. Wait, I'm about to subscribe to this guy. Because every single time somebody subscribes to me, I subscribe to them.
I know everything.
Bro, the whole Verity videos are scripted.
I'm Verity, your personal helper friend. Ask me anything. I know anything.
They're my favorite.
Hello.
I'm
Sarah.
Bronson, how do you get the
Sarah,
emo
put some
screen
on,
off
friend.
your...
Is he even
Actually,
old enough to play this game?
I know anything.
Where's like
Julie, show
5?
me your high horse.
Dude,
Rios is my favorite. My mom.
where are the monsters at? I think they're in here. Oh, freak.
And Peppa got 2 hearts left. Peppa going to lose it again. Keeps going to win. Again. Peppa died. What?
Mr. Telephone Man.
Like if I got died.
There's something wrong with my life. When you call my baby's number, I gotta click every time. It's the telephone man. There's something wrong with my life. When you call my baby's number, I get a click every time. Mr. Telephone Man. There's something wrong with my life. Mr. Telephone Man.
Peppa's going to lose again. Just like Peppa.
Mr. Telephone Man. There's something wrong with my life. When you call my baby's number, I gotta click every time.
Peppa's going now.
Mr. Telephone Man.
Peppa's going to lose again. This job.
There's something wrong. Dude, Mr. Telephone Man. There's something wrong with my life. When you call my me, Mr. Telephone Man. There's something wrong with my life. When you call my baby's number, I gotta click every time. Mr. Telephone Man. Mr. Telephone Man. There's something wrong with my life. When you call my baby's number.
Come on.
Yo, I don't think there's any monsters.
Sure.
I don't think there's any monsters. I think all the monsters are outside. I'm not sure if there are any monsters.
Like down there, right?
I don't... Should we just go, bro? I don't know if there's any monsters. Am I still live streaming? Yeah, I'm still live streaming.
You ready? Ready?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's any monsters.
I keep hitting stuff.
Is there? I think all the monsters are down there. Dang, I didn't know it was gonna be that easy. I got the camera.
Yeah.
Scared baboon. Christmas ramp. What somebody?
Not seeing. They should.
Oh, I left that. I left. Cause I wanted to. Dude, why can't you? Huh?
What?
Yo, people are coming. People are coming.
I think I know what elevator that is.
People are coming.
I really, yeah, I see them.
I can see people. Wait, what camera am I on?
6, right?
I'm on camera 6. Yeah,
6?
camera 6. They're gone. They're gone.
No, yeah, I'm keeping on 8.
I'm live streaming right now.
Stay there just in case. Should we go down?
Combo games is not what? Oh, which one?
Get on here. Get on here.
I'm right now. I'm doing the playing with zaydan one.
I'm not seeing anybody.
Dude, what time is
Hold
it?
it. Drop down one.
It's
Drop down
3:35.
one.
Is he gonna live stream today?
I'm stuck. Oh wait.
Yo, you guys are here?
Wait, are that actual people here? Are they actually here?
Oh, somebody's
Finally
here.
people? Yes, there's finally people.
Yo,
actually here.
there's another person.